on App State.
Constitutional.
They're gonna kind of go constitutional.
Yeah, it's an away game for them, but they've been.
It's an amendment. They're going amendment.
Oh fuck! That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. They're gonna.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're gonna go amendment on App State.
Thank you for tuning in to Dancing with the Odds, brought to you by Rad Dad Productions. Before we begin this episode, we'd like to remind you of some important information. Sports betting can be an enjoyable pastime when done responsibly. However, please remember to gamble within your means and only if you're of legal gambling age in your jurisdiction. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, we urge you to seek help immediately. There are resources available to assist you in regaining control of your gambling habits. Please call the National Helpline for problem gambling at 1-800-BETS-OFF. This confidential and toll-free helpline is available 24/7 to provide support and guidance. Dancing with the Odds and Rad Dad Productions do not endorse or promote excessive or irresponsible gambling. We are committed to promoting responsible betting and ensuring our listeners have access to necessary resources for responsible gambling. All wagers placed by Dancing with the Odds are made legally inside the state of Iowa.
Welcome back to Dancing with the Odds. I'm Dennis Truska, and I'm here with Aaron Patterson and Sean Thompson, and we are near the end, my friends.
Hello.
Our little science project is perilously close to imploding. It's time for a Hail Mary.
No need to fear. Doesn't mean we're going to sign off or be done.
No, we're coming back. We're going to fight our way out of this.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Because this week's bets are different.
We're never out.
Should be.
There's always time for a Hail Mary. Always. So before we go into this, play to win the game.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Before we go into this, what are you guys drinking? We're gonna need booze for this.
Oh, I need a refill, but I was drinking in the pregame.
You're pregaming.
A bottle. Oh God, so my screen's messing it up. But Bottle Logic, good stuff from Anaheim, California. This was Think Tank.
Yeah.
Really good double IPA. I'm now going to move on to a quad IPA, and probably by the end of the stream here, I will be face down on the island here. But it's cool.
Worth it to put together a Hail Mary parlay.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'll be back. But that's what I'm drinking. I'm going to the Chairman Marlin quad IPA from Evil Twin next, courtesy of the Tabor.com app, which is magnificent. So,
and then I have just progressively lowered myself further and further, and maybe there's a correlation, but from the Miller Lite I went to Busch Light this week.
That's okay. You're in Nebraska. Busch Light is like water here, and kind of water also as far as describing it as a beer.
Right.
I am drinking. I went back to the Uncle Nearest 1856.
Oh, can't go wrong.
Whiskey tonight. No, it's good stuff. Kind of wait for Sean here to get back over here with his beer.
Just keep going. I will be back in 30
you're
seconds.
Good. Go ahead, Sean.
He'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
After these messages, he'll be right back. We did not do well. We just keep missing on one leg, right? We keep missing on one leg of
Iowa.
We went one too far on the college.
Yeah.
One leg too far. Rutgers did not do what we thought they would do.
Should have known better.
Iowa found some offense, and it was just, fuck. There you go. Boom.
It's a cat.
The quad. Twice as good as a double, if I'm doing the math right. But
quad
you're the
IPA.
mathematician.
This one is 13%? 12%.
Nice.
But
this is,
there you go, folks.
This is 50. This is 50%.
Yeah, 50. You got me beat there. So
yeah, it's just okay. Let's get into it, guys. We have for the listeners at home, our bankroll is down to $9.99. We are scraping the bottom here. So
you have to hit the bottom before you bounce back up.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
we had $400 at one time this year. Like this is
not talking about that.
So depressing.
Let's talk about it. It's not real. We have put together a 4-leg parlay as a Hail Mary to get us back on track. We're not going down without a fight.
Yep. Going down swinging.
All right.
And then if we go down, we're just going to put more money in. So whatever.
That's it.
We're going to
probably. I mean, we'll figure something out. Don't worry about it, listeners. We'll figure something out. We will evolve with whatever happens. But I'm not worried about it because we're gonna hit. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's take a look at our picks, guys. Let's start with college. You know what, Aaron? Why don't you go ahead and talk about the college ones? These were your ideas.
They were my ideas. So it can be all my fault when we just completely crash.
See what I did there?
Because we have done it with you two. Now it's my turn.
Yeah,
got it.
It is your turn.
Yep.
So to start off with, we got Northwestern +3 at home against Purdue. I don't know why or what's going on. Purdue's not been very good offensively. Lost to Nebraska. Northwestern lost to Nebraska as well, but had a little better showing. And Northwestern actually beat Wisconsin. And I can't remember, did they beat them in Camp Randall? I want to say it was in Camp Randall, which is tough to do. They just rallied around that interim head coach that they've got there. They're starting to round into form now. +3 at home.
Yeah, it was in Madison. So
yeah, which is tough to do day or night. Props to them for doing that. So Northwestern +3.
I like it.
Home. I don't see any reason why we would bet on Purdue. Fuck the Boilermakers.
Agreed.
Yep.
And Drew Brees. Then we got, and this one befuddled all three of us. Washington. Paint me befuddled. Washington is a 2.5-point underdog to Oregon State on the road.
Yep.
Oregon State is ranked 10th, and they've had a really good season. Washington has had a hell of a season. Their defense looks better than they've ever looked. They've got a really good offense. I don't know why they're not favored on the road. So that's why I'm Washington.
So literally Googling why is Washington an underdog to Oregon State.
I like it. This is
our method.
This is the hard-hitting research that our listeners are used to.
It is primarily due to the lack of ability of Washington to stop the run, and Oregon State is a very run-heavy team, and so that
until this weekend.
Yeah, well, and Washington can throw the ball
this weekend. No, we're all very confident here, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh no, I agree, but that's why. That's what Dr. Google says. So there you go.
Well, Washington can throw the ball. They can answer in it. If Oregon State scores running, they're going to eat the clock. Washington can quick strike.
Is it a bad sign that you're wearing Oregon State colors, Aaron?
For fuck's sake. He's just
we can edit
jinxing them. He's just jinxing them.
This is the reverse thing. Yeah.
I like it. This is awesome.
Costanza.
I think
Costanza.
I think Washington's offense is going to be too much.
Washington or Oregon State colors. See, I think the writing's on the wall. Are we doing a mid-podcast switcheroo? No, I say
offensively they're going to be too much. They might be able to put up a fight.
Got this.
And maybe we could look at and the over/under, but I think Washington's going to be too much offensively for Oregon State.
No, I think it's a good bet. Awesome. So those will be 2 legs of the 4-leg Hail Mary, and we're going to do 2 also in the NFL. You want to talk about them, Sean?
All right. Yeah, sure. So first up, we've got the Vegas Miami at over 46.5. This was picked by a couple of our daughters, primarily because they like Miami and they like the colors of the jerseys. Yes, beautiful colors. And so that seems like very sound.
Horrible.
Yeah. Very sound scientific betting advice by 2 13-year-olds. So they will not be betting. So this is not in any way, shape, or form illegal. They just gave us their bona fide 8th grade advice. And so we're going to go with Las Vegas against Miami in Miami at over 46.5. Honestly, I think Vegas will. I think Vegas will score about 14 to 17 points. Personally, I think Miami's going to score 40 plus. Vegas's defense. Yeah, Vegas's defense is, if they didn't have Max Crosby, would be not great at all. But so I think Miami is going to run up the score, hopefully on them, so they can be over for us.
And I also want to say fuck Antonio Pierce. Fuck Antonio Pierce. That guy is a piece of shit. Fuck Antonio Pierce. Okay. Sorry.
And then
is that their interim head coach?
Is their interim head coach?
Yes.
Is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And is the reason Arizona State is going to face sanctions from NCAA. But anyways, fuck Antonio Pierce.
Fair enough.
Find somebody to kneecap.
And then secondly, is our second pick, we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh's offense has not been great this year. I think they're averaging about, if I remember correctly, I think they're averaging about 20 points a game, maybe.
That's higher than I would have.
And then, I can't remember. I remember looking it up earlier, but it's not great. And then Cleveland, Deshaun Watson's up for the year. And so their offense is most likely going to be anemic as well. And so
great defense.
Yes. Yeah. So I think the defenses are going to play a big role here. I think the scoring is going to be low. I see this being, kind of one of those 14-10 kind of games. And so I feel the under coming in on this one at under 32.5, which seems extraordinarily low for a NFL game. But that's what gave me a little bit of pause picking this one today. But I think that's a pretty solid one to go with, especially with all the injuries that Cleveland's offense has, and then the lack of production that Pittsburgh's had all year. I think this seems like a pretty good, solid bet to go with this week. So hopefully,
I think so too.
We get back on the winning track here because we have been off the winning track for 3 weeks now. It's been pretty miserable.
We won the week before.
Oh, we won a couple weeks ago. We won
lost
one
3 in a row, and then we won, and then we're back. So
yeah,
Sean,
so we're hopefully
now.
We are expecting to win both both Saturday and Sunday, which we've never done.
We've never combined them. We've never combined them, but I like it. It's fun. This is the whole point of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Seeing what we can do, and we're on our last leg here. So let's just heave for the end zone and see what we can do. I like it. So as normal, per our protocol, tomorrow I will drive into Iowa and I will place the bets legally.
Disclaimer.
Just so close.
Yeah, we missed
it. Maybe we work on it. So is it when I say legally because I probably say it a little different every time. So I got to make sure I give you guys a trigger. All right.
We'll blame it on Dennis.
Yeah. I got to get the trigger going. But anyway, so I will do that tomorrow. As usual, I will text you guys in case the lines move, anything like that. And then we will let the listeners know. What we had been doing is we kind of release on social media our bets the day of the games. But I mean, since we're doing a Hail Mary parlay, I say let's just start sharing. Friday probably when we get this up, we'll start sharing out our picks so everyone can see them and follow along and watch us dig ourselves out of our hole because we're going to.
Right.
We're going
so
to.
the $9.99 Hail Mary bet on FanDuel currently it's plus 1321.
Oh baby.
And will win us $132.03.
Let's go.
Yeah,
we got this.
Yeah, I got a good feeling. I think we're due. Let's do it. We're gonna get it. So, bet the mortgage.
You need a big one.
You're not a real man unless you have 4 mortgages or.
I've only got one so far, so I've got a long ways to go. I'm just a boy.
I have 2. I have my house and my medical student debt. So
there is that.
Good.
There is that. Yeah.
We need Dennis. We need you to take out one so that you can build the studio for us to record in.
It's not a bad idea. I like it. Luckily, my wife never listens to these, so she'll never hear any of this. So.
I was going to say, I don't know that Rayon's going to like it.
On the sly. Yeah.
Well, you can write it off, though, right? It's a business expense.
It's a business expense,
What if we just got one of those,
doing this?
What if we just got one of those, tough sheds and then soundproofed it and somehow...
It's actually not a bad idea. I bet you people do stuff like that all the time. I mean, foam.
Absolutely.
You just foam the inside. So in an effort to keep the ball rolling, because once again, listeners, we are Dance Dads, and I am, and I have to leave soon to pick up my daughters from the studio. So before we sign off, I want to ask these guys, what are your side bets? Do you have any side bets to discuss this week?
Lando Norris will win the Las Vegas. Oh my God, quad's hitting already. The Las Vegas Formula One Grand Prix this weekend. He's plus 900 right now on FanDuel. I know I've said it 5 times. I know I've said it 5 times this year that he's going to win, but he has literally finished on the podium, I think, in 5 straight races. He's due. I think that the Red Bulls are not going to thrive in the cold environment, and Lando has really, really done well on I guess the slippery tracks.
He's great with his tires too. Great with tires.
Yeah, it's going to be cold. It's going to be 40 degrees at race time. And so I think it's going to be a really interesting race. I think it's going to be fantastic to watch, seeing those cars with the strip as the main straight. The track looks like a pig, which is kind of weird, but
an upside down pig. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this like the pig from the Simpsons movie. Yeah.
Yep.
But it is what it is. But I think I'm hoping that
all there was a millennial that designed that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the rumors of it doesn't seem like it's been very well received in Vegas by the locals nor by tourists, because it's really cut off a lot of
homeless.
No, just the traffic has been atrocious. I mean, they've had to close down big stretches of roads and stuff like that for construction of.
They've really impacted the city. Yeah.
It has, and so
but they're also expecting $1.2 billion.
As a fan, I want to thank the people of Vegas, because I think this could turn into the ultimate destination experience for Formula One, and having it in the United States, I think, is going to be really good for the sport. I mean, the final race of the year right now is in Abu Dhabi, which is spectacular in its own right. I've toured that track when I visited there a few years ago. But I think having the last race of the year, the Super Bowl of races potentially each year in Vegas, is just a really cool thing to possibly have occur.
It'll turn into
I hope it goes well. Yeah.
I'm just taking the field.
Money grab, I think, would be the wrong. A cash cow. That'll turn into a cash cow.
Oh, yeah. Well, most Formula One stuff is, but
right.
But I'm gonna put some money on Lando again, and I have faith. In even bigger stretch, I see a double podium finish for McLaren. I see. I'm gonna predict a first third finish for McLaren. Lando first, Piastri third,
Alonso second. I think Alonso's getting another podium.
Hamilton second.
Oh, fuck that guy. What's he ever done for the sport? I'm kidding.
Nothing.
No, honestly, like my bet, I like that, Sean. I think my bet would be if I was going to do like a Max versus the field kind of thing, because I think FanDuel has that. I would go with the field on this one.
Yeah.
But I would love more than anything for Lando to win. But
yeah,
I would definitely do a bet for the field on this one. I just feel like things are.
And they would have done really Belgian soccer, but yeah. But Belgium, they must be on like some kind of hiatus for right now, because they don't play again until next weekend. So, nor Romanian soccer, because I looked at that too. So,
little holiday break for them,
right?
Because since they celebrate Thanksgiving and all.
Yeah,
it's deer season.
Of course. You got any side bets?
I had two real quick that I really liked. Dennis, you kind of talked me into this one. The Kansas money line at home against Kansas State.
That's going to be my side bet as well. Yep.
I kind of like that one a lot.
It's just fun.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
And then old trusty Carolina getting beat by Dallas 10.5 at home. Dallas is starting to hit a stride offensively. Carolina just I don't know how many times I can say how bad they are and explain it any more differently than I have before. They're just bad right now. I see Dallas winning by 10.5 easy.
Awesome. I'm gonna go with that KU plus 256 and hope it hits. I like it. Just
also
fun to do.
Screw the Falcons.
Screw the Falcons and fuck Antonio Pierce.
Exactly.
And any bird mascot in general. So
fucking Hawkeyes.
Because
none
of them have been good to us all year.
No, including my team, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, we got our Hail Mary. We got our side bets.
Follow us for the latest tips, odds, and some Dance Dad batter.
Batter? We don't want Dance Dad batter.
You don't want Dance Dad batter. Wives would not like that. Dance Dad.
Maybe we need to rewrite that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Just search for Dancing with the Odds. Please don't look for our batter.
No, please don't. And if you got a burning question or a hot take, slide into our DMs or drop us an email at dancingwiththeodds@gmail.com. We do want to hear from you.
as long as it's not about our batter.
Not about our batter.
Please, we do not want to hear.
No. With that, stay in the know, stay in the dance. Follow, like, subscribe. Let's dance with the odds. Let's get after it together. Let's beat the house. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Awesome.
Our powers
Right.
combined.
Everyone. Let's do this. Hail Mary.
Full of grace.
Please, God.
no, sorry.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for
All right,
listening.
thanks.
3 wide receivers out to the right. Flutie flushed. Throws it down. Caught by Boston College. I don't believe it. It's a touchdown. The Eagles win it.
Unbelievable.
I don't believe it. Phelan is at the bottom of that pile. Here comes the Boston College team. He threw it into the end zone. There was no time left on the clock. The ball went between 2 defensive backs of Miami.
The content provided in this podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We do not provide any form of gambling advice, recommendations, or endorsements. It is essential to make your betting decisions based on your own judgment. Thank you for being a part of our podcast community. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Dancing with the Odds, and we look forward to sharing more insights and entertainment with you in the future. Remember, gamble responsibly and stay in control.